With the vaccine comes hope that lives will be saved and some sort of pre-pandemic normality will return. The speed of the creation of the COVID vaccines is unprecedented, but behind the success and the headlines has been years of research into infectious diseases, as Jeremy Stern reports.
Sweeping and extraordinary measures to deal with coronavirus.
Without a huge national effort, there will come a moment when no health service could possibly cope.
87 people died in the past 24 hours.
I'm going to be honest, I'm struggling to hold it together at the moment.
UK death toll has risen to 335.
You must stay at home.
The fight against coronaviruses began long before the pandemic. In Oxford, vaccinologists have been studying different types for years. By the time the first lockdown began, they already had a head start.
There are lots of things that could trip us up and hold us up, but certainly by June, we'd expect to get the first people vaccinated and start to have a look at how the vaccine's working.
The vaccine teaches the body how to recognise the virus and fight it. The world was watching as the Oxford vaccine team sought to prove it had the solution to stopping COVID.
There was a pressure. We were talking about every single day that we didn't vaccinate people. That was thousands of people dying. So that was really the motivation for us to make sure that we kept going, and we did need to recruit lots of people.
Hundreds of volunteers also played a vital role by signing up to trials. Kat Ludiker from Oxford received her first jab on May Day.
I thought I can actually try and help here, and just for me, luckily, because I live in Oxford, I should cycle right up to the vaccine trial site, and I feel a bit like part of history, being part of the trial and being one of the first 1,000 in Oxford to be on the test.
In January, the vaccine team watched on television as 82-year-old Brian Pinker became the first person to receive the jab outside clinical trials.
Several people had tears in their eyes on that day. It's just a huge relief that all of that work, and you've worked really hard over the year, and just to know that actually, yes, it was worth it.
The Oxford vaccine's one of a small number being used globally. The speed of its delivery has amazed immunologists.
The legacy will be huge. Instead of being 12 to 18 years, which it used to be, they were able to take something which was partly worked up for another disease and immediately transfer the technology and do something this fast is absolutely extraordinary. And I think it will go down in the history of vaccination that this was actually possible to do.
The Oxford vaccine is still making headlines.
The vaccine shortage that's due to hit at the end of the month.
The Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine is declared safe and effective by the EU's medical regulator.
More than 15 million people in the UK and European Union have received a dose. Despite concerns about supply, the government says all adults in the UK will get their first jab by the end of July. Jeremy Stern, BBC South Today.
Next, they count the likes of Tom Hardy and Bear Grylls among their many fans, and just 14